Addict in the Attic by Naomi MacDonald. There are many spiritual or religious practices that believe the experiences we have in a lifetime are actually a choice made before birth from a higher aspect of our soul. These choices are made for our spiritual evolution and growth. One of these choices is the family that we're born into. When I first heard this, I thought, no way would I choose the dysfunctional mess I found myself in. But years of study and self-work has shown me that this is in fact a truth. So my genius higher self places me with a mother who is strikingly beautiful and kind and two younger brothers. Mom did her best to be a good parent, but a victim personality type led to alcohol and prescription drug addiction. There were several stepfathers, but with basically absent parents, I had to adapt as best I could to the mom role for my two brothers. After I graduated from high school and turned 18, I left home and moved to another town. And I had three things going for me: the determination not to be like my mom, the drive to provide for myself, and a guardian angel on my shoulder. When my brothers left home, they also had companions. The oldest brother, alcohol, and the youngest, drugs, and both with my mother's way of thinking. The oldest moved away and we lost track. The few conversations we had were so influenced by alcohol that we just could not connect. With his addiction and victim mentality, my younger brother spent more time in prison than out. I didn't completely escape the victim mentality either. I was living life barely getting by financially, and my relationships were always challenging. During one of those life really sucks periods, I stumbled across a book by Catherine Ponder, The Divine Laws of Prosperity. The principles taught in the book were vastly different than the fundamental religious beliefs that I grew up with. It was like my heart was whispering to me the entire time I was reading, "This is truth for you." I learned that I was creating my world with my thoughts and feelings, and the change was like a tsunami. It washed over me a feeling of hope that I could create a better world for myself. And as I saw my life change for the better, I continued to learn and grow in the world of metaphysics. So much so that I became a shaman, a life coach, and an animal communicator. And this brings me back to my brother. Two things kept me trying to help my younger brother. The first, a tribal belief that no matter what your family does, they're your family and you're obliged to help. The second, my archetypical role of caregiver and rescuer. I tried off and on for years to save my brother. He lived with me 2 different times. We set him up in apartments, helped him find jobs, took him to church with us. But after 2 or 3 years of being clean and holding jobs, he would return to drugs and everything would fall apart. He would end up back in prison. Each time this happened, I would physically become ill, not be able to sleep, and worry about what I did or didn't do to help. It was like dealing with 2 different people. The talented, great guy when clean, and the lying, manipulative, thief, drug dealer when using. I knew that my happiness shouldn't depend on anyone else's well-being, but with him, I couldn't get there. I really wanted to lock him in the attic and make it all go away. I've proven to myself over and over again that our beliefs and feelings does in fact create our world, and I wanted so much for my brother to understand that. I had seen the transformation in my life and in the lives of many others that I had worked with and had taken my life-building classes. A part of me felt like a failure because I couldn't get through to him. And I would say, if you want to make your life better, you have to change how you think. But no matter what I said, I was still the sister that didn't know anything. And here comes Another one, a thought tsunami that changed my life. I was trying so hard to change his way of thinking that I completely overlooked my own. Once the waves cleared and washed out the brain fog, I remembered that we do make soul agreements or contracts for learning and growth in this university earth. In Sylvia Browne's book, Conversations with the Other Side, she talks about each soul picking a part to play for the evolution of all concerned. That it's okay to judge the situation, but always remember the soul or spirit is a beautiful spark of the divine. I quit looking at me as the good sister and him the bad brother, me the together sister, and him the confused victim. Who am I to judge my brother, how my brother finds his strength? He has a right to create anything for himself, even what looks like suffering to me. I also realize how strong he really is. He's lived on the streets, in halfway houses with bed bugs, and survived conditions that would have me wanting to leave this world. But he always picks himself up, finds a great job, and gathers belongings again. He can smile, laugh, and be happy. He's finding his way, the hard way, and hooray for his soul. As for the tribal belief, I know it's my right to choose whom I wish to share my life. I can find peace with the decision that I do not want someone in my personal domain that will make meth and sell it, lie, and manipulate when using the drugs. The mind can justify many things when a person is craving a substance, but it comes down to a choice, and that one has to be my brother's, not one that I can make for him. My brother is an amazing human and has made me stronger by helping me look into the windows of my own soul and beliefs. I've learned to stand firm in my decisions without self-doubt. I no longer need to rescue him to feel good about myself. And then, as in the movie Avatar, I see me more clearly. And for my brother, I see the most beautiful soul creating his own way. Yes, I chose my family and would not change a minute of the experience. I guess the divine aspect of me is a genius. Thanks for listening.